other day, this Dominican chick went on my boy's podcast, my boy Ian Dunlap. He does a podcast with another dude, Rashad, I think his name is. They had this chick on there and she was saying for a guy to date her, he got to be spending at least $50K a month on her or giving her $50K a month. Let me show you the clip.
If you date somebody, right? I don't know what your relationship status is now, but what are you expecting on a monthly basis from financially?
All right, if you date somebody, what do you expect on a monthly basis financially? This is deep into the pod. Shout out to the homie Ian, man. That's my dog.
Numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 45, 50?
$50,000 a month. So you need $50,000 a month.
$50,000 a month to date her. Now, I know a lot of you guys may be hearing that and be like, yo, that's crazy. And I'm in agreement. However, there's different ways to look at this. First of all, if you the dude giving this chick $50K a month, brother, I could have just took you to Dykeman, Washington Heights. You can find countless of these at the local bodega. There's one eating a chopped cheese right now at the bodega. You overpaying, brother. But there's another way to look at this. We're all tempted to just go full Myron on her and call her all types of names and saying she's crazy and delusional. But here's the thing. If a dude is really paying that, is it delusional? Yeah, he's overpaying. See, I'm what you call a free market capitalist. The free market speaks. And, you know, we might want to say, oh, she's a bartender and or stripper or whatever. But, you know, if a dude's willing to pay for it, it may not be delusional. It's obviously not. She's getting the money. It's just economics. And there's a business lesson here. This is something I tell my students. Price is an illusion, right? So a lot of my students, they're afraid to charge high prices. They feel nervous, or maybe they feel like people won't pay it, or they feel like they can't charge enough for their services, or they feel like they need to undercut other people who are selling similar things in order to be competitive. If you're an entrepreneur, I'd rather you be more delusional. I'd rather you act like this crazy Dominican chick, because you might get it. Listen, here's the lesson. Price is an illusion. It's not real. Price just represents a temporary agreement between a buyer and a seller. Whatever somebody's willing to pay for something is the price. It's not what it's worth or what it should cost or what makes you comfortable. It's what someone is willing to pay for it. And it changes based off who's buying, what they believe they're getting, what alternatives exist, how rare it is, how badly they want it, how much money they have. These are all factors that go into whether or not that person is willing to pay for it. Who's ever paying this chick $50K doesn't know that he can just go uptown. Otherwise, he would know they everywhere. You can't dodge him if you try. I wish I could find the dude giving this chick $50K. Brother, man, listen, let me take you to Dykeman. Come on, let's go. Or take him to the Bronx. If I took this dude to the Bronx, he'd save about $49,950 for the same shit. But he don't know, right? Price is an illusion. When Aisha, I think that's how you say her name, says that it's $50K a month, she's not declaring an objective truth about her value. She's just setting the price. And prices don't get validated by feelings. Prices get validated by the market. And it's the same thing with your product or services. Don't be scared to charge high prices. You should be like Aisha and charge super high, because somebody will pay it if you are good at selling, if you're good at marketing. But that's the beauty of the free market. Some people got visibly mad when they made reaction videos saying, who the fuck's gonna pay that? Hey man, it ain't about that. Somebody's willing to pay it. For example, somebody may see this watch. I paid like $200K for it, right, when I bought it at the top of the pandemic. You can get it for cheaper now. You can get it for like $160 now. But anyway, a lot of people, man, I would never pay that much for a watch. People were like mad that and I was like, whoa, man, you don't have to do it, brother. Nobody's making you pay that much for it. It's what I'm willing to pay for it. Price is subjective. You may not be willing to pay for this much for a watch, even if you had the money. And if I had as much money as you, I wouldn't be willing to continue life. I'd jump off my motherfucking roof. Price is an illusion. It's all subjective. It all depends on the person and what they're gonna get out of it. But let's get tactical for a minute. If Aisha says her number, right, at $50K, maybe that's just marketing though. Because think about it. If she's marketing, she's on a big platform and she says it's $50K, she immediately eliminates the bargain hunters, the cheap dudes, the dudes who would like waste their time. It could actually be a tactic, right? Even if she doesn't get $50K, any dude who tries to talk to her now is knowing he's gonna have to break some bread. It's the same reason Richard Mille, they put their watches on championship golfers, or like Bubba Watson, championship tennis players, Rafael Nadal. And they're only marketing in sports that have high income, right? You don't see a lot of broke motherfuckers playing golf. It's strategic. Aisha's doing it in her way, RM will do it the same way. Or even Rolex. They'll get ambassadors like Roger Federer, right? It's signaling from a marketing perspective, whether you think she's tripping or not. From a marketing perspective, if she wants the bag from a simp, that's what she needs to do. She's doing the right thing. She's trying to get the big bucks. Just by saying that, boom, she eliminates all regular niggas who might try to holler at her. Every time there's a new Rolex coming out, who you see with it first? Roger Federer. Rafael Nadal, he'll have his new RM before it even hit the streets. Setting high prices is kind of like a brand's way of saying they only want a specific customer. And because of that, nobody goes into the Richard Mille boutique and be like, hey man, come on man, let me get a deal on that RM. That's what you need to do as an entrepreneur. Don't be afraid to charge high prices. If you charge high prices, you immediately kick out the people who will waste your time, the people who ain't trying to pay, the people who aren't serious. And what you're going to notice is that when you start dealing with people who are willing to pay more money, they're actually easier to deal with. The hardest customers to deal with are the motherfuckers who always want a discount or buy something cheap. Like they'll stress you out. They spend $100 and text you all day, every day. But the motherfucker who dropped 10 grand, you may never hear from them. And I imagine Aisha probably had this similar experience. Because if she dealing with Pedro from Punta Cana, his job is maybe he sell Presidente beer on the beach. Probably some more struggles going on than the motherfucker who's dropping 50K at Starlets. Here's a good example of how you can do this as a business. So I used to mentor FitX Fearless. One of the guys who helps run his business is a dude named Miguel. And Miguel used to work for me back in the day. He used to build my funnels, do some copywriting, taught him how to run ads, and he started running ads. Then he started working with other influencers, and FitX Fearless is one of his clients. They're business partners. They work together. And I used to meet with Miguel every Friday to talk about ways to help FitX Fearless build his business. A problem they were having was a bunch of broke motherfuckers, mad broke motherfuckers over and over again. And I said, Miguel, do you know why you keep getting broke ass motherfuckers on these calls? And he said, nah, why? Because Fit was doing these live calls.
Girls just reject me. They just laugh on my face. Nothing is working, bro. Like, I need help.
Let's see the physique first. Make sure you got pants on. Okay. Physique is not existent. How tall are you?
Like 6'3".
Sit down. You got a big gap. Your gums show when you talk. That makes you look very unattractive. Your hairstyle, what are you doing with that?
I was trying to get like an afro, but like it's not going right. You know what I'm saying?
It's not going right.
Like I was trying to get like
it's not going right. This is not even the craziest one.
How's your body looking right now?
Pause.
All right, so you super skinny. It look like you ain't got a haircut in forever. When's the last time you got a lineup?
A long time.
You look homeless right now, bro. If I was to see you walking the streets, I would think that you need some spare change. You look so rough. That's because you can't even afford to keep up with yourself. You got hair, but it looks like you haven't done that in a while. You got some potential, bro, but...
So it was like guys like this, motherfuckers who were like looking homeless, didn't have jobs, living in basements and shit. Motherfuckers who hadn't had a haircut. This motherfucker looked like a 50-year-old motherfucker from the 70s. And I was like, hey man, you know why you're getting broke people on your call? Because you marketing to them. Let's say I was single, big Brandon Carter. I know it's crazy, right? But let's just say I couldn't get bitches. This might be difficult for us to wrap our brains around, but let's just try to go there. You know, I'm successful and maybe I just wanted to optimize my pimp and I was looking for a coach. I was like, yo, Fit, I wouldn't go to you. You specialize in coaching motherfuckers on the spectrum. It looks like that's your target market. So you're actually repelling your target market. I don't know if they stopped exactly because of me, but I strongly suggested, hey, if you want to make money from your business, stop doing this shit. If you just want to be an entertainer, right? If you want to be Kai Sanat, you know, or some shit, then yo, keep doing this shit. But you are literally repelling the target market you say you want. You out here hard maxing. Or if I was a dude on the spectrum, I'd be like, oh man, Fit can help me. And I'd fire up. I'd be excited to get on a call with him. Hey, Fit, how can you help me get some girls? I ain't got no job. I ain't had a haircut in months. And I can't figure out why girls don't like me. Now, I said, you know, there's another dude in the dating space who's doing really well. The way he markets himself is different. Like, ain't gonna be no motherfuckers who you think who are on the spectrum on his page. You know, even the stuff he's talking about, the dating coach, like he's talking about like higher level shit. How I helped a millionaire find a fiance. He's literally talking to his target market. It's way different targeting than Fit was doing. Fit was getting all the views in the world, but he was spectrum maxing. That's only get people who were getting on his calls. Now let's look at back. Let's go to Aisha. She says out front, she's marketing herself. Yo, if you want to date me, you gotta have 50 grand a month. Only dudes who are gonna talk to her are rich dudes, right? She's literally repelling everyone else. I think it's a smart tactic. I think from a marketing perspective, that's exactly what she should be doing if that's what she wants. Again, if you are a dude watching this and you were thinking about paying this bitch, if you're like, hey, I got 50K to pay this bitch, bro, I got you. I take you to the Bronx. It will cost you $49,950 less for the same shit. I promise you. Again, price is illusion. You set your price. And if you do a good enough job marketing to your target market, you can get the price you want. So I teach people how to start their online fitness business. A lot of guys will be like, man, I want to attract busy professionals and help them build their business. They just put that in their bio and they think that's what's going to do it. For example, I had one student, he did that. And I was like, yeah, man, you say that in your bio, but when I look at your content, you doing all types of wacky shit. You're doing stunts and comedy and shit. And that'll get you views, but I don't think that's getting you views from your target market, right? You have to talk to that person and you have to ignore everyone else. And you see this with every successful business. The more the people who aren't your target market dislike you, it's probably better. Let's use Donald Trump, for example. I'm not the biggest fan of Trump, I'm gonna be honest with you. However, I do think he is an amazing marketer. I can't think of anyone better. For example, he was able to become president without ever holding public office before. There's only one other person to do that, and that was Dwight D. Eisenhower. He had to kill Hitler to do it. I know a lot of Trump fans might be thinking, oh, he killed Hitler, fuck him. But what he did do, talk crazy. He deliberately alienated any of the people he didn't want to market to. When he first announced he was running for president, he came down a golden elevator. He said, yo, Mexicans are coming over here bringing drugs and crime. He was super serious. And, you know, all the guys he wanted to vote for him were like, yeah, they're the reasons I ain't got no job. Is the immigrants taking a job? Like, he was super divisive. But what that did was that got the people who were excited about that really excited. Trump fans, you ever meet a real diehard Trumper? It doesn't matter what this motherfucker does or what you say about him, he's gonna defend Trump and be down with him. That's a testament to like really strong marketing. I think he might be the best marketer of all time. Just like Aisha, she said, I need 50K a month. Most men are gonna be like, man, fuck that bitch. She's fucking crazy, delusional, right? People are gonna make videos about it. From a marketing perspective, that's exactly what you want. Because the guys who are serious about tricking, they're gonna be excited to get to her. And she's only going to attract the guys who are willing to do that. Rolex puts their watches on Roger Federer because even the people watching tennis are more affluent. You get what I'm saying? It's a good point. You never noticed that Rolex never advertises for the World Cup or soccer or anything. Why is that? Because there's a lot of poor people who play soccer. And I'm not saying anything bad about or derogatory about soccer. Any sport where poor people play, Rolex and Richard Mille don't advertise on it, right? They don't even want those fans. Tennis fans, golf fans, they'll get endorsements for them all day. Aisha's doing exactly what she's doing to attract that target market. You need to do the same thing. Don't be scared to alienate other people. In fact, the more you alienate people who are not your target market, the better. If you want some help with this, I got a free ebook to grow your online fitness business. It's called the 7-Day AI Action Plan. And I show you how to grow your online fitness business, to target the right person, and how to use AI to help you find your target market and help you identify what works best for them and what kind of messaging you need to put out to attract the target market that you desire. Click the link in the description, all right?